Thousands have changed their lives because of this mindset. They broke free from fear, and you can be one of them too. In life, every person faces two fundamental forces, fear and faith. These two powers are constantly battling to overcome one another. Fear holds you back, while faith moves you forward. Fear weakens you, but faith gives you strength. Fear says, "You can't do it," but faith whispers, "You have a Lord who is with you." This world will never be completely safe. Wars, diseases, loneliness, poverty, and the fear of failure, these are inseparable parts of human life. But true strength lies not in surrendering to fear amid these trials, but in choosing to live with faith. What is faith? Faith is believing in the unseen. It is holding on to a truth your eyes cannot see, but your heart deeply understands. Your eyes may not yet see the light, but your soul knows it's there, and moves toward it. Faith is standing in the darkness with your hands raised, praying, "O my Lord, I am here, and I trust in you." Fear binds a person in the chains of their own thoughts. Fear says, "What will happen tomorrow? What if everything goes wrong?" And you begin to drown in these questions. Yet none of it is under your control. If tomorrow is not in your hands, why worry so much? Why are you afraid? Because faith is weak. When faith is weak, fear finds a shelter within you. And the more you feed it, the more it grows, and as it grows, it gains power over you. As a result, you avoid taking risks, you forget to pray, you fear the future, and you begin to lose the meaning of life. Faith is the voice that silences fear. Faith says, "If my Lord is with me, who can be against me?" These are not just words of comfort, they are words of power. A strength that keeps millions of people standing, fighting, and finding hope even in the midst of darkness. One day, it may feel like everything is falling apart. Doors close, paths become blocked, and friends grow distant. And you begin to wonder, why am I so alone? That's when faith will remind you, your Lord is with you. He has not forgotten you. He will never abandon you. A person who lives with faith does not fear taking risks. They know that these trials are not the end of everything. Just as every night has a morning, every test carries a hidden wisdom. Think of the prophet Abraham. God said to him, "Sacrifice the son you love." If fear had taken over, he wouldn't have been able to do it. But his faith crushed the fear, and God rewarded his faith. Think of the prophet Moses. The sea was in front of him, and Pharaoh's army was behind. The people were desperate and filled with fear. But Moses said, "My Lord is with me, he will guide me." And the sea was parted. When the prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was hiding in the cave with Abu Bakr, and their enemies were right at the entrance, he said, "Do not be afraid, Allah is with us." This is the peak of faith, to surrender to your Lord even in the midst of fear and say, "O my Lord, what do I know? I trust in you." We may not be running from an enemy army today, but we are being chased by fears within us. I might lose my job. My loved ones might leave me. I might fail. I might get sick. I might be poor. These fears follow us like shadows. There is an answer to all these fears: Allah is enough. Do your part, give your best, but leave the outcome to your Lord. Because even if you live in fear, the result will still be in His hands. So why are you afraid? Let fear not control your life. Let it not enslave you. Do not empower your fear. Instead, nourish your faith, with prayer, with patience, and with trust in God. O Lord, grant patience to my heart. I surrender my fears to your light. Lead me not into fear, but into faith. Your word is true, do not be afraid, for Allah is with us. To live with faith means not losing hope even in the storms of life. Because you know, this storm will one day pass. And by the will of Allah, I will reach the shore. To live with faith means telling yourself, even when you feel alone, I am not alone. Because loneliness begins when you fail to see who is with you. But Allah never leaves. He is always closer, especially when you call upon Him from the depths of your heart. To live with faith is to rise against fear. When life knocks you down, it means saying, "This is not my end. My Lord has not abandoned me here." To live with faith is not just about praying in moments of peace. It is about walking through every day and every step with an awareness of God's presence. It means trusting in an unseen power, and as you step into the unknown, saying, "God is with me." And sometimes, that simple phrase, "God is with me," speaks louder than all your fears. Because fear tells us what might happen, but faith reminds us what God can do. Fear says, "You can't." Faith says, "Your Lord can." Fear says, "You are alone." Faith says, "God is closer to you than your jugular vein." Fear says, "The road ends here." Faith says, "If God wills, He can split the sea in two." Sometimes life brings you to such a point that you can neither go to the right nor to the left. Behind you is fear, and in front of you is the unknown. It is a moment when a person is silent inside, but their soul screams, "What should I do?" And it is exactly at that moment that faith reveals itself. Because faith is finding peace before the situation changes. Faith is believing without seeing. Faith is expecting the light of morning even in the darkness of night. Allah never abandons His servant. We may forget, we may drift away, we may grow tired from the trials of life, but Allah never changes. He is merciful, forgiving, and always waiting. If you are in fear at this very moment, start with a prayer. A sincere "Ya Rab" can sometimes be your strongest weapon. Remember, fear is a natural human emotion. But when you allow that emotion to control you, it weakens the strength within you. Yet inside you is a soul that can move mountains, a soul given by Allah. And that soul is nourished not by fear, but by faith. Standing up to fear is not heroism, it is the daily struggle of a person with faith. Waking up every morning and saying, "I know everything will be okay," that is what it means to live with faith. After every failure, to think, "This is Allah's wisdom," that is faith. In every hardship, to say, "Maybe this is part of my growth," that is true strength. Dear friend, maybe today you are living in fear. Maybe you're afraid of losing something, Maybe the future scares you. Maybe the wounds of your past still burn in your soul. But remember, Allah has promised you a way out. As it is said in the Quran and also reflected in the Bible. Whoever fears Allah, He will make a way for him. Surah At-Talaq, 65:2, No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful, He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. These verses are not just religious thoughts, they are a law that works in every part of life. As long as you fear Allah and trust Him, He will open paths before you. He will show light in the middle of darkness. He will give a reason at the most hopeless moment. To you and to your soul, He will say, keep going. Faith is not just praying in difficult times, it is also being grateful in times of ease. Just as it is beautiful to seek refuge in Allah when you are afraid, it is just as valuable to live without forgetting Him in times of joy. Because living with faith is a way of life. Be like a tree, let your roots be grounded in faith. Even if your branches are shaken, let your roots remain firm. Even if the storms of the world bend you, do not fall, stand tall. Because you are standing with the strength that Allah has given you. Remember, fear is your enemy. But faith is your shield. Fear wants to stop you. But faith gives you strength. You can live with your fears, or rise with your faith. The choice is yours. If today you are in a hard place in life, if you're afraid of being alone, afraid of the future, afraid of failure, or afraid of being in need, then close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say with your heart, "Oh my Lord, I am afraid. But you are greater than my fear. I surrender to you." Live with faith, and fear cannot hold you. What do you think is the true meaning of life? Is it an endless race? A silent world full of fear? Or is it a journey walked with faith, finding purpose even in the hardest moments? Would you choose faith, or listen to your fear? Here, we choose to live by faith. What about you? Sparkles, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more soul-touching, meaningful content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your one click means the world to us. Let's grow together. Let's rise together.